Warning, your thoughts might be different than mine. You've been warned. Pixar, one of the best movie studios of all time. To Toy Story, to Luca, it was a big part of my childhood, and not just today. It was a big part of everyone's childhood. Everyone came together and loved Pixar, like myself, but of course, some Pixar can be trash! So I decided to rank every single Pixar movie that they've made. Now before we begin, I just want to say that this is my opinion. Make sure to like and subscribe. So if your favorite Pixar movie gets on here, then I'm sorry. So let's begin, guys.
Still a piece of garbage.
Guys, you are really gonna hate me, but I really hate Toy Story 4. I'm sorry, guys, but I just do. The story is understandable, but there's just some moments that really got me really mad. Sure, Woody and Bo Peep had a happy ending, and Bonnie, who was the toy's new caretaker, was a terrible caretaker. Andy was more better, but guys, I'm sorry. I just really hate Toy Story 4 so much. And sure, Bunny and the Bunny and the Duck, whose name I forgot, and I do not care. They are funny, but it's just the story is just lame, you know? The characters, some of the characters don't even have a lot of screen time. It's mostly just Woody, Buzz, Bo Peep, and the other characters whose name I don't care. And the ending is just so terrible. Again, one of the worst Disney Pixar movies I've ever seen. Screw Toy Story 4. I hate you. Worst Pixar movie ever. Let's just move on. Guys, like, what do you expect? Like, seriously. This is actually a really disappointing sequel. Like, it sucks. I mean, the spy thing just comes out of nowhere. The story is forgettable. This movie sucks. It is just so terrible, guys. I can go on for hours on how this movie is so terrible. Well then, I guess people actually agree with me. It just screams nothing in your face. Like, bro, what is the actual point of this movie? It's like, yo, Pixar, sit your butt down and make a better sequel. Oh my gosh, man, this movie is terrible. So Cars 2 is
Denied.
Now, I gotta be honest, I like me some good origin stories, especially one for Mike and Sully. So, Monsters University, well, it's garbage! It sucks. I mean, the origin story between them is alright, but there's just some moments that's so lame, uninteresting, boring, and the characters are stupid, except for Mike and Sully. But overall, this movie is lame. It's basically like I said, it's like an origin story, like how everyone met, like how Mike and Sully met. But it's just so boring. I just sat down. I mean, sure, I laughed at some scenes, but it was just like boring to me, you know? It sucked. So yeah, Monsters University isn't all that. I mean, I liked it. The origin story between them is great. There, like I said, there's some moments that I laughed at, but this movie's really boring, so yeah.
Hold up.
Brave is in something. It's just something. I mean, sure, I feel bad for the mom because she turned into a bear and the kids, but like, the story is understandable, but it's kind of boring. I mean, sure, she gets brave and all, you know, her and her mother's relationship, they forgive each other, blah, 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 you know, stuff like that. But Brave is just so kind of bland. It's just kind of boring. Like, it's some moments that didn't make me laugh, some did make me laugh, but it just wasn't funny. I believe all of you can agree with me, right? You agree with me. So yeah, Brave, it's not that, okay? Me and my sisters actually watched this movie and we kind of got bored of it. And for this video, I actually decided to watch it. But then, you know, I got bored of it. So bottom line is, this movie is boring. It's lame, uninteresting, and an actual waste of your dang time. So yeah, this dinosaur runs around with this cave boy, which is more boring and uninteresting. And then this cave boy reunites with his family, which is okay. So you reunite with your family. So yeah, the good dinosaur isn't all that. It's lame, stupid, and a waste of your dang time. Onward is a okay movie. Not the best, but it was okay. The story was understandable. These two brothers trying to get their dad's full body together. The spells in this movie was so dope. The relationship between these two brothers was interesting, kind of, in a way, but not like that interesting. Like medium kind of interesting. And there are some moments where I laughed, like this one. But if I had to like rate Onward, I give it like a 5 or like a 6 out of 10.
Boy, if you
The Incredibles 2 wasn't that bad. Bob and Violet were more comedic in this one. Dash was still Dash. Frozone didn't get that much screen time. Elastigirl was the main protagonist, and Jack was still discovering his new powers. Oh, and there are new superheroes as well, so that was cool. Only a few more years until we wait for Incredibles 3, which I hope will be good, you know? Crap, I forgot about Edna.
You are Elastigirl! My God, pull yourself together!
The Incredibles was, well, incredible. I loved it so much. The powers and the timing and the plot is really understandable. It's really amazing. And I just love The Incredibles, one of the best movies of all time. The sequel is kind of alright, which is why I placed it like before it, but this movie is really, really good. 10 out of 10, one of the best villains of all time. Come on, clap it up, guys. One of Pixar's greatest villains, greatest twist villains of all time. Incrediboy turned to Syndrome. Yeah, guys, Syndrome is one of the best twist villains ever. Cars 3 was amazing. The story was good. The giant bus wasn't that scary. But Cars 3 was a really good movie. I saw the trailer a few years back, and I was really shocked. I was like, is Lightning McQueen gonna die? But it turns out he's actually gonna retire, so this yellow car is gonna take his place. So Cars 3 was amazing. It was really good. 10 out of 10. One of the best Pixar movies I've ever seen. Inside Out was amazing. I mean, it was pretty deep. Like, there are funny moments that I laughed at, and it was just so hilarious. Like, just seeing all these cool, dope, cool worlds, man. The movie's funny and all, but like, isn't that a little odd that little people are living inside this young girl's brain? Or in anyone's brain? That's just kind of weird, don't you think? But yeah, this movie being funny that it is, I'll let it slide. Like I said, I like me some good origins, and I love Finding Dory so much. Just meeting all these like new people and like seeing all these new characters in the sequel. Hank is the funniest character in the movie, hands down. You cannot deny that Hank is the most funniest character in the movie. And how she met Marlin, just amazing. Like, that's why I love this movie very much, and it'll stay in a special part in my heart. So Finding Dory is amazing. You should definitely go watch it. It's one of the best, like one of the best Pixar movies of all time. So next,
to infinity and beyond.
Toy Story was the GOAT, man. Toy Story was one of my favorite childhood movies, but it wasn't like there, but I put it on number 13 because it's amazing. I mean, I'll explain more throughout the ranking, but yeah, Pixar was so good, guys. And with this first movie that they've ever made, the Toy Story is amazing. Like, it deserves to be well known. Screw Toy Story 4, this is more better. So yeah, Toy Story the original, I placed that at number 13 because it's good, heartwarming, and better than Toy Story 4. Okay? So yeah, Toy Story, that's my ranking. We all grabbed the tissues for Up. Up is emotionally beautiful. I cried as a kid when the wife died. It was sad, depressing, and made me feel bad for the main protagonist even more because it was just so beautiful. And to live up to his wife's legacy, he put his house and a bunch of balloons. I actually thought this was pretty cool as a kid. And the characters in Up the people in Up, like the characters, like the main characters are so cool, guys. Like Russell, a really cool scout dude who wants to earn badges but ends up on the porch of the main protagonist, which is the old man whose name I forgot. Hold on, guys. Well, I guess that answers my question. And Kevin, which is, my personal favorite in Up. And also Doug. Doug is also one of my favorite characters from Up. So those are the 4 main characters in the movie, basically. But I really, really do love Up, and I actually watched it yesterday. So yeah, Up is really, really good. It's amazing. It's just really good, guys. So you should watch it again if you haven't. Well, where do I start with Cars? Definitely better than Cars 2. Cars 3 was alright, but the original is the best one. And I'm not just saying this because it's the first in the franchise. I'm saying this because it's just genuinely better than the first 2 before it, because Cars is just amazing. The story is great. The characters are amazing, like top of the max amazing. Like Mater, Sally, and Doc. Like, this movie was so good. I had a Lightning McQueen toy when I was young, but then I lost it on my auntie's house. So yeah, I'll never get that back. But I still love the movie, and I still watch it to this day, man. Like, I just watched it like the day before yesterday or 2 days ago. But yeah, Cars is amazing. Not that much stuff I gotta say about it. It's just good. So next. Here we go, guys. Top 10. This movie is literally better than my mukbang eating channel. But overall, this movie is funny. It's hilarious. It gives me like post-apocalyptic vibes. Like, it's like the end of the world. Like, boom, bang, bang, like everywhere. And then, Wally and Eve's relationship in this movie, it's actually really beautiful. I love this movie because, like, their relationship, there are a little bit of portrayals, like, in this movie, but, like, it's just so heartwarming, and it's just so beautiful. I didn't watch the full movie because I got tired and I went to sleep, but, like, Wally is just so funny, good, hilarious, and amazing, and that's my ranking, guys. Soul was pretty good. I didn't really expect it to be that good. I mean, not to be mean, it was good. But, like, when I first saw the trailer, I didn't think it was going to be good. But watching it, it was actually not that bad. Joe and 22's relationship was actually pretty funny.
No smell, no taste,
or touch.
And it's actually like a feel-good movie, like a real feel-good movie. Like I said, I didn't expect to enjoy it, but I actually did. I loved it. The jazz, I'm not really like a big fan, like a huge fan like of jazz music, but the jazz in this movie wasn't so bad. Joe Gardner, he was a pretty cool protagonist. 22 was a okay deuteragonist, which means a deuteragonist is the second main character. But yeah, the movie is just so beautiful. The animation is just so good. There's some emotional moments, but it's just so good and amazing. Soul brings out the best part of me. So yeah, Soul, it's beautiful. It's amazing. I totally suggest watching it again. It's just so amazing and good. So yeah, Soul, that's my ranking. Next! Finding Nemo is so full of adventure, man. I mean, both Carl and Marlin both lost their wives, so that's pretty sad, So after the mom dies, Marlin has a son named Nemo who finally gets to go to school. But Nemo meets these new kids and they find a boat, which the kids call Butt. I actually thought that was funny as a kid. So Nemo stupidly goes up to the boat, touches the boat, aka the butt, and basically, yeah, he touches it, which was a pretty stupid move. And then he gets kidnapped. So he teams up with the unforgettable. She just forgets. He teams up with this fish named Dory to help get his son back. So the guy who took Nemo is a dentist, and he wants to sell Nemo to this ugly niece. Now they have to hurry up and get Nemo out of there. They try to make a plan. They try to make strategies of like a plan, and they have to hurry, like they really do, before. Oh my god! Gosh, she even looks creepy too. So basically crazy things happens. One thing leads to another, and then, you know, they all save the day, but then Marlin thinks that Nemo's dead though. But of course, he's not dead, and they all live happily ever after. Yeah, Finding Nemo is actually a pretty good movie. It's hilarious, it's funny, some emotional moments, but it's just fun. Like, the movie's just so fun. Going under the sea, not trying to copy The Little Mermaid. But yeah, Finding Nemo, it's incredible, it's fun, and it's really, really great. I love Finding Nemo. It's so iconic and good, so. Next! Crap, I forgot about Bruce. Now, I don't like rats in general, but I like Remy the Rat, though. Now, Ratatouille is hilarious, especially this scene, man. This old lady with a shotgun just trying to cook a couple of rats, man. This scene got me dying laughing. Now, Remy's a rat who wants to cook and tired of eating trash, but his dad won't allow it because he thinks the outside world is crazy and no humans. So Remy teams up with this red-headed dude named Linguini, I think that's how you pronounce his name, and he goes under his hat, and then they basically cook food together. But then he cooks, and then the people find out, and then the rats fight back, and then the guy trying to take down the place tries one of the food, which is the name of the movie, Ratatouille. Yeah, Ratatouille. Yeah, Ratatouille is amazing. Yeah, I've always wanted to try it as a kid. I always wanted to see what it tastes like, but I guess I never will. But yeah, Ratatouille is amazing. It's funny, it's great, it's heartwarming, and better written. Toy Story 2 was alright. I mean, it's basically how they met Jessie and Bullseye. So yeah, I found this movie very, very funny. It's definitely better than Toy Story 4. Toy Story is alright. Toy Story 2 is awesome. But yeah, there's not that much I gotta say about it. It's just really good. So Toy Story 2, it's great, funny, and hilarious. So, next. Monsters, Inc. is actually a fantastic movie. Mike and Sully's relationship was actually much better in this movie. And this was one of these movies that actually made me feel something. Like the relationships with these monsters basically trying to scare the heck out of these kids. And all these creatures and all the business they're working here, I'd work here for fun. I feel like that would be fun. But yeah, Monsters Inc. is actually really cool. And then there are also other cool characters in this movie, not just Mike and Sully. Characters like Boo, bro, she's freaking adorable. And Cecilia, I hope I'm saying her name right, Cecilia May. She was a cool character. And Randall, who is the main antagonist of Monsters Inc. Randall was one of my favorite villains as a kid. So Randall, I thought he was funny, but now, in 2021,
Nope.
But I genuinely like Monsters Inc. It's hilarious, it's funny. A lot of moments made me laugh. I love Monsters Inc. It's one of those movies that's so nostalgic, hilarious, funny, and just so great, man. I love Monster Inc. so much, and if you hate it, then screw you. So yeah, Monsters Inc., that's my ranking. Next. You know, when I think of bugs, I think of bug documentaries, a little bugs just biting, just freaking biting on that skin, that meat, that don't think wrong. But if I had to think of a bug movie, something like Ants or The Bee Movie, I would definitely chill back and watch A Bug's Life. A Bug's Life is fantastic. It is a masterpiece in my image. Flick, this character, he wants to be more, he wants to help out, and then he meets up with these circus bugs to try to help him, but he doesn't know that they're circus. And then there's this grasshopper named Hopper, who basically had a terrifying death that scared me as a kid. But Hopper was one of those comedic villains, so I didn't really feel that bad for him. Yeah, there are some gag bloopers on YouTube of A Bug's Life that I frequently watch sometimes, so A Bug's Life blooper reels is actually really hilarious. There's a lot of Easter eggs and funny moments, so you should really check it out if you haven't. But there's no denying that A Bug's Life is terrible. It's amazing. I can go on for hours. and I can say hours on how good this movie is. But I'm not. All I gotta say is it's great, amazing, a lot of good moments, a lot of funny moments like this one, which you were just seeing right now. And yeah, A Bug's Life is fantastic. It's fantastic, man. One of the greatest Pixar movies of all time, and the second one that Pixar has ever made. So yeah, A Bug's Life, that's my ranking. Next. Coco makes you actually feel good. I mean, the story is the plot twist just keeps coming and coming, bro. Miguel wants to be a musician, but his family doesn't allow it. And then he reunites with his dead family, and yep, you know the rest. So yeah, Coco is amazing. It really brings the family and everything, like family first, like, you know? Like, yeah, Coco is amazing. I can go on for hours, and I mean, like, literal, like, whole hours. I'm dead serious. Like, you don't think I'm serious? Okay, I bet. Now, the movie starts off with this boy saying that he's cursed, and he basically talks about his family history. You guys don't want to hear your boy talk? Man, whatever. Well, yeah, Coco is amazing. Like I said, I can go on for hours talking about it. This movie literally makes me not forget my family. This song, like, this movie has, like, one of the best songs I've ever heard in a movie. This movie just straight up shouts family. Family! Literally in your face, like straight up in your freaking face. So yeah, Coco, it's amazing. I love it. It's just beautiful, and it's amazing. So, next.
Silencio, Bruno! Silencio, Bruno! Silencio!
And I even made a dang TikTok on this movie. That's how you know this movie's good, bro. But I don't deny that I like Luca. I mean, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel free. Like this. I had a terrible summer, like the worst summer ever. At least this movie actually made me feel better about myself, and then it made me feel more. Like I felt something by watching this movie. It is just so beautiful. The colors, the waters, the waters, man. It just looks so beautiful, man. Okay, yeah, sure, they were fighting. Doesn't every Pixar movie do that? I mean, don't they? okay, dang. Oh my goodness. And okay, yes, I believe there is just some betrayal in this movie, which is actually pretty sad. And I believe some emotional moments that didn't make me cry. What? You're crying, not me. Shut up. But this movie actually makes you want to grab a group of friends and actually
just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
Thank you, Shia. I'll take it from here. But I'll never forget that delicious pasta. Like, just looking at it just makes me want to taste it, you know? But I really love Luca, man. Like, the story is amazing. The friendship between these two are really close. I don't know why people are shipping them. But yeah, Luca is beautiful. The animation is tight, and the ending's actually pretty sad. But you move on from it. I love Luca, but it's not as good as... Oh, crap, I was supposed to...
Toy Story 3 is the best Pixar movie of all time. If you disagree, I'm gonna show my foot.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to. Toy Story 3 is the best Pixar movie of all time. This is just my opinion. Like, the emotions in this movie is just so beautiful. Andy's grown up and he's basically forgotten about the toys, and they think this is it. They think it's finally time to kill them. But of course, they don't die, so... Yeah, they basically don't die. So the alien saves them, and then they all live happily ever after. Wait, no, they don't. Because Andy gave it to this little girl who barely hangs out with Woody in Toy Story. I don't want to say this name in vain, so I'm just gonna call it Dookie, okay? Now Lotso, 1 out of 1,000, bro. He is the best twist villains of all time, man. I love Lotso. But the only problem I have with this movie is, why couldn't they just end there? Like, they had such a beautiful ending, a 3-parter, like, man, they could have just ended there. Why did they have to make such of a trash of a film of Toy Story 4? The flashback scenes was actually pretty enjoyable to watch. Just seeing Andy all grown up, man. And let's not forget this scene, bro. This scene was so hilarious. So yeah, Toy Story 3 is the best Pixar movie of all time. Again, this is my opinion. If you disagree, then screw you. So yeah, Toy Story 3 is amazing. The best Pixar film of all time and all of a generation.